Hey there, I'm Philip Mershon, your friendly pop culture history guy, and you're joining me for another stroll through the mid-century vault. As promised at the end of the last episode where we fondly remembered the pet rock, today is sort of a part two on the wacky fads of the mid-70s. This was a time when the communal greater world activism of the 60s had honed into what Tom Wolfe called the me decade. People were experimenting with transcendental meditation, biorhythm feedback, and self-help books. The outside world was feeling increasingly out of control, and so the logical, self-soothing move was to look inward for more self-awareness. But what if you didn't need a therapist to tell you how you felt? What if the answer was at hand? Like on your hand, there on your finger. Yep, today we are looking at the ultimate 1970s accessory, the mood ring. The earliest version of the mood ring was from the jeweler Marvin Wernick. The stone was actually a hollow quartz shell filled with thermotropic liquid crystals. Thing is, there was no patent. And so the idea really took off once it got in the hands of Joshua Reynolds of the R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Reynolds. Reynolds was a self-schooled behavioral scientist with PR know-how and a Rolodex full of contacts. And in 1975, he and partner Maurice Ombitz introduced their ring as a biometric window into the soul. The concept was simple. As your body temperature changed in response to your emotions, the crystals would twist and reflect different wavelengths of light. Blue meant you were relaxed, green had you with mixed emotions, amber meant that you were stressed, purple was amorous passion, and black, well, black was either fear or anger, or more likely your hands were just cold. And where could you get one of these prognosticating marvels? Well, initially these were not cheap trinkets. When they first launched in August of '75, Reynolds had them at the elite Fifth Avenue store Bonwit Teller. And in no time at all, Bloomingdale's, Bergdorf's, Altman's, and Saks all jumped on the bandwagon. Their silver-plated ring would set you back $45, which would be about nearly $275 today. Ritzy stuff. Celebrities like Ali McGraw and Barbra Streisand were seen wearing them, which then sent the demand into the stratosphere. But once again, they never bothered getting a patent on the technology. So mass production took over in no time, and within months, competing rings worked their way all the way down the retail food chain until cheaper plastic versions were being sold at every drugstore, gas station, and five and dime across America. Even our old friends at K-Tel had a commercial running for them. And if you want a deeper look at K-Tel, and honestly, why wouldn't you? I'll put a link to episode 28 in the description box for you, because that's the kind of guy I am. While the ring was the superstar, the liquid crystal technology didn't stop there. Seemingly a world developed where everything could tell your mood. We saw mood necklaces, mood key rings, mood stickers, or my favorite, mood briefs. I worked in a men's accessories and cologne counter at a department store in '76, and we got in packaged men's briefs with an oval, clear vinyl patch filled with liquid mood crystals right over the center. They were an immediate hit until they weren't. Like most things that burn this bright, the mood ring fad was short-lived. It dominated the cultural conversation for about a year. But by the end of '76, the market was oversaturated and the novelty had worn off, and there was also the technical flaw that liquid crystals were incredibly sensitive to moisture. So if the ring got really wet or if the seal broke, the crystals would turn a permanent dull black, effectively dying. By 1977, most of the million-dollar inventory was sitting in clearance bins. Okay, so the mood ring didn't really tell us our moods, but it did tell us a lot about the 1970s, a time when we were obsessed with the idea that science and spirit could finally shake hands. I'm still hoping for that day. Now I want to hear from you. What color is your metaphorical mood ring right now? And for the collectors out there, do you still have an original 75 mood ring that actually works, or did yours die back in the Carter administration? Please honor my inner child by liking, subscribing, and commenting and sharing. I'm really having fun with these 70s topics. Will the next episode be another one, or will we wander elsewhere in the vault? You'll just have to come back and find out.